All right, what is up, you guys? So I have been testing, or I finally got around to testing the Valley of the Drakes for the God Run 3. I'm thinking I'm probably going to put this game in about game 3, and this is a section that's normally, there's a bit of RNG. So you can be climbing the ladder, and it is possible that lightning from one of the drakes will climb the ladder and hit you, and there's seemingly nothing you can do about it. But I've been testing, and I've learned some very interesting things about this. So, the first thing, so with this standard strat, which is just running through, I did test it 100 times. I don't think it's enough to conclude the exact percentage of how likely you are to get hit here, but it's at least something. But this is the standard strat. You climb the ladder, and then you hope that one of these guys doesn't shoot at the perfect angle that it clips you. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so there you go. That is the standard strat. Man, I need to add that hit into the counter, dude. So that's I guess that's the third time I've been hit in. That's so funny that happened right when I started recording, but that's the third hit I've taken in probably, I want to say I did 2 more runs of that. Okay, well, so there you go. But before that hit, I was saying it was around 2%. Your chances of getting hit on the ladder. I guess it's likely a little bit higher than that. So yeah, what this counter in the top right is basically saying is I did a bunch of attempts on it. I did 100 yesterday. And after 9 attempts of it, I got hit for the first time. And then after 41 more attempts, so the 50th attempt, I got hit a second time. And then I did 50 more and I never got hit, but now I guess I just got hit after 52. So that kind of drops the odds, or I guess increases the odds of getting hit quite a bit. But I was saying it was probably roughly 2%, probably a little bit higher, I guess. Maybe it's between 2 and 3%. When people ask me, I always assumed it was around 4 to 5%. So it's nice to know it's a little bit lower than I thought, but yeah, I didn't even do anything wrong in that section. So that's just RNG. And that is what I'm worried about in God Run 3. So that's why I've been testing this area so much. And I found some interesting stuff. I don't think I've found anything that's perfect, but there's potential. So I was testing. People told me about a strat that Banjo found going from or I heard about a strat from Banjo going through New Londo, and apparently it was 100%. I couldn't find the strat anywhere, unfortunately, but I did do some testing going through New Londo, and I basically learned something that I didn't know. I did not know that these drakes could turn to arrows. Like, I've always said that the drakes don't care about sound, and the reason I thought that is because, we're very far away from these guys. I try to shoot the wall. Basically, every enemy in the game would turn if they heard a sound, such as an arrow hitting the wall. And so I just assumed these guys don't turn because they don't hear sound or something like that. That's what I thought. But when I was going through the back way, I tested arrows, and they do turn. They do turn the drakes. And what I learned is that these guys have crazy aggro range. Like, they are seeing me right now, and the reason they're not turning to the arrow is because they see me. And so that opens up a lot of stuff, right? If I equip Ring of Fog right now, this will decrease my aggro radius, I guess, and it'll make it so that they can't see me. So once they de-aggro here, then I can show they will turn to the arrows because they can't see me. And I feel like this is probably the key to getting closer to a 100% strat. I think what we have right now is fine. Or, if you're just doing a run where you're only in Dark Souls 3, 99.9% of the routes will do Valley of the Drakes in the first 5 or so minutes. And so, yeah, if it's a 2 to 3% chance you get hit, that's not a big deal. But if I'm doing God Run 3 and we do Valley of the Drakes 2.5 hours in or more, getting hit like we did earlier is very bad. Like, just getting hit to RNG is not fun. So yeah, if basically if they don't see me, then we can turn them with arrows. And so why that is interesting is because I think there could be a way that you could do this where you make it higher percentage. There's so many different ways of doing this. It's hard to say if anything could be 100%. But what I've been testing a little bit is just experimenting with turning them. So you can do this with Ring of Fog as well. We use the wall to block the line of sight on the guy I want to turn. So in this case, I want to turn the guy on the far right. This is what I've been testing. And see, I can turn him, and then I can go. And so I think this is something such as this will probably be a part of the solution to making this area perfect, or at least closer to perfect. Another thing too is I guess I can go back and watch when I got hit by one of these guys earlier. I've been assuming that it's actually this guy who gets you most of the time, the guy who's basically the closest out of the three on the left side. I think it's probably him. Although it's unfortunate, when I was doing the 100 test, the times I got hit, I wasn't recording any of it, so I can't actually go back and look, but I think it's the guy on the left, but it also could be the guy on the right. And so I've just been, you know, turning both of them. So that's one variation that I've been testing. It's perfect so far, but again, this would need at least 100 attempts to say anything about it. But yeah, so that's one variation. Another one is turning the guy on the left as well. And this one I haven't tested as much, but it seems like it could be better. So you turn him, and then we can walk here. Oh, whoops. I totally messed it up. I'm supposed to... I forgot what I was doing. But yeah, we turn the guy on the left, and then we want to trigger the guy on the right as well with another shot, while also turning the other guy on the left. So the way we do it is shoot here. This guy will turn, and then we walk out a bit. See, notice how that guy turns as soon as he sees me? That's basically the proof of how insane their aggro range is. Okay, so then we can shoot another one on the left wall, and then... That one might have been too far to the left, like he might see me here, but... we will see. But watch how his behavior changes here. See how he doesn't walk forward as soon? And maybe that's the key to make it so that he doesn't get at the right angle to shoot you when you're on the ladder. No idea, but wow, that was kind of close. This is definitely something that needs more testing, and I think there's so many different possibilities of ways you could do this and turn the drakes in different directions that it's going to take a while. But I think this might be a way to do it, right? And that would be huge for the God Run 3 to not have to worry about Valley of the Drakes ever. So yeah, I just wanted to share what I found, and people can test different variations of it and see what works. But it just, again, it's unfortunate that testing something of this nature just takes so many times to see if it actually is good or not. But yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know about turning them. There could be some other things that I find at some point, but yeah, I'm gonna test more of this. I'm gonna test both those strats probably 100 times and see if I ever get hit. But basically, if I get hit even once, it's probably not... I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be hard to say with these low numbers, these low odds. It's gonna be hard to be accurate without doing this basically like 500 times. So, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share this. It's kind of cool. Hopefully we can find something. So I'll see you guys.